we get started today on the new episode of Time Soldiers, thought I'd let everybody know and give a big shout out to Carlos Fields. He's been a subscriber ever since I started working on pinball machines and arcade machines. I think he was one of my first subscribers to start watching my videos on arcade machines. And he was nice enough to send me a package. Something that is going to be very, very helpful. Buds on a stick. These are great. I mean, hey Hopper, I thought you could use these. You got a lot of new play fields to clean. LOL. Yeah, thanks. Found these at Major. These have a nice wooden handle. You can see there's all different size of cotton buds on sticks. I mean, these are going to come in really, really handy for cleaning inserts and just hard areas that you can't get into to clean on the playing fields. Mainly I'll be using the heck out of these on inserts to get them clean. We have big buds, little buds. Sounds like I'm talking about something else. Big buds on a long stick. But yeah, this is really, really good. I'm really gonna be using these. I really appreciate this from Carlos. I mean, I can't tell you how much I appreciate it. Makes you feel good that somebody appreciates what you're doing and has found something that I could use. So I want to say thanks a lot, Carlos, for the gift. We don't have the major stores up here in the east. They're more of a I think a northwest and a southern store. But I did find these on Amazon and Eastwood. On Eastwood they're like $7.99, and Amazon they were like $9.98 or $9.89. So I know he spent at least $8 or $10 on these, and the shipping was $5.55. So he sent me $15, which is highly appreciated. So with that, thank you, Carlos, and let's get on with working on our Time Soldiers. Now, how's it going, everyone? Yeah, today is the big day. We are going to put the overlay on our control panel. Okay. Here's our overlay. I got it kind of flattened out so it would be a little easier to put on instead of all rolled up. Problem is our overlay is only gonna fit on the control panel. Our glass, not so much. We have none left. It just fits the whole control panel. So I'm kind of kicking around a few ideas as to what I'm gonna do with that. And we'll get into that a little later. But I do have enough to do this whole control panel, which is good. It comes all the way down to the bottom. So we're going to be blue all the way down. This blue part here will reach all the way down. We can't fudge and cut this off because you'll be able to see it, so we can't put any of this on our glass. Alright, what I did is I centered this out, measured it. You can see my center mark right there. Then I measured on our overlay, and I got two marks here. This one's doo-doo. This is the one we're going to use. and we're gonna put an overlay on, and hopefully this turns out good, because if I screw this one up, you'll never know it, because I'll just order another one and we'll do it on another video. But yeah, if I screw it up, I'm gonna let you know that I screwed up and we're gonna start over. But think good thoughts. We're not gonna screw up. We're gonna get this overlay on and it's gonna be perfect. I hope. So what I'm going to do is set you up in the tripod, and you're going to watch me put this overlay on, and hopefully without screwing up. Now, like they always say, slow and steady wins the race, so we're just going to do this slowly. You can see I want that centered right there, and right on the edge, right by the hinge. But we're not gonna, what we're gonna do here is we're not gonna peel this all off. We're just gonna work at it slowly. Everybody hold their breath that we can get this on right the first time. Line that up just on it there. Oh, come on. Try this again. There. Not working out too good so far. If you pull on it too much, it distorts the edge. Third time's a charm. We'll take our little squeegee here. Let me get the edge all pinched down. Come on. There we go. Let me get you scooted around a little bit. Nice. Just about that time the battery dies on the camera. So all I'm going to do is just slowly work this overlay a little at a time. Got a little bit of dirt under it, of course. Got a wrinkle. Got a big wrinkle. I know what I did wrong. And when I went around the corner, I didn't pull it tight. Then like here. Nice. What I didn't do on the other bend was I didn't pull my graphics tight to go around that hump, to go around the bend. So it kind of puckered on me. But since I didn't squeegee it down very tight, I was able to pull it back off and fix it. Trust me, I hate pulling this back off, but it's got to be right. It's got to be tight. There. Trust me, I sure wouldn't want to have to do a lot of these. hopefully in the future we don't have to do a whole lot of them. But the more you do, the better you get at doing them. You find little techniques. I got a pizza dough roller here. Is it gonna be perfect? No. But is it going to look good? Yes. Got a couple puckers. Looks like I got a little bit of air under it. A couple of different things you can do to get rid of the air. If you have a pin, you can harpoon it and squeeze the air out of it. Okay, I hope you can see this. We got a little bit of a air bubble under our overlay. What I'm going to do is I have a little straight pin, and all I'm going to do is I'm going to poke a hole back here and take my air bubble's gone. I kind of harpooned it a little harder than I should, and a little bit of a pinprick there. And let me get you over here, and you can see we have a little bit of air in here. See if we can get it all over to here, and we'll poke a little hole in it and work it right out. That's take a look at everything else. Pretty darn good, if I do say so myself. Let me back you out a little. There you go. Some of these wrinkles that you see are going to be right where the controls go. And now we have to contend with our edges. You know, should we trim it off, or should we slit it and roll it back over to the underside and help hold it down? And that's what I kind of like here. Is we'll make sure, yeah, you can see. All I'm going to do is I'm going to cut the vinyl. And fold it over. I'll do the same thing here. I don't know how that is going to roll over. Oh yeah. Remember, it doesn't have to be pretty underneath. Nobody's going to see it. Now here, I will cut like so. See, that's the top. So let's perfect edge. Now I'll do the same to the other side, and we'll see how it turns out. Now, what do you think? Like I said, it's not perfect. I never said I was perfect. I can just took my time, and we got her all put on there. You know, there's a few little pieces of dirt under the overlay. We don't have any wrinkles. Just every now and then we got a little bit of a piece of dirt. All right. Now that we got that done, we still got to work on the joystick and all joysticks and that, and get those working like we need them to. Okay, now see, here's this little glass piece back here. I probably could have cheated and pulled a little bit off and got it in here, but I have a couple of ideas that might be good, and it might be dumb. One idea is to paint that black back in there, cover the glass with a blue filter, and put blue LEDs behind it. Put an LED strip up inside, up in here, all the way across, so it shines a nice blue tint down over the control panel. So when you're playing it at night, I think it would light up really nice. Or I can just leave this clear and put the blue LEDs up in there. Or I can just buy some blue vinyl and just cover it and be done with it. But I kind of like putting some LEDs in it and kind of brightening it up, make it different, make it our machine. That's what I'm kind of leaning more towards, is to just paint that black back there so we have a nice dark black background, so when the machine's off, you know, it's all black up in there and you don't see anything. But then when you turn the machine on, our LEDs will come on and light up our control panel. That's my idea anyway. Good or bad or stupid, I think that's what I'm going to do. I ordered some blue film. It's kind of a, like a gel filter for cameras and stuff like that, adhesive backed. So we can put it on, and if we don't like it, we can always just pull it off and do something different. But we'll see. That's what I'm leaning more towards, is to just light that up and make it different. So far we're coming together pretty nice. We just got to get our, I think, well, see the way they had this built, or the overlay, I'm not sure if it's really actually for this type of a panel, this type of a control panel. So our time soldiers and that is is moved down just a little bit, but we have, you know, our line right across here for our control panel really lines up nice. And I'm gonna clean our plexiglass up and put it back on there. No, that's not it. Let's try this. There we go. And put our piece of plexiglass back on there to protect our artwork. See, it could have been moved up a little bit more, but that's what we have. Like I said, Time Soldier should be moved up just a little bit, but it still looks good. So now what we need to do is we need to get our marquee cut down and put in, so we can get that squared away. So I'll get set up and we'll get that cut down. Now with the marquee, you can see we're a little, the new one is a little short on either end, which is no big deal. I have a solution for that. But what I'm looking at is with our new marquee, you can see the top of the T is cut off, and the Romstar is really hard to see up in there. The old one was cut down from a cabinet, and this is exactly the same width as the new one, minus the gnaw marks along the bottom. But you can see there was the same thing. They had it, that top retainer was down over the Romstar and the top of the T, and I don't want that on ours. That's why I could have reused this, but the new one looks so much better. So here's here's the plan. Is to take our new one and cut this black portion off right along there, that whole bottom piece. We'll cut that off, and that should move us down far enough off of our Romstar and our T you can see it's not that much. So I think if we cut that off, it's going to bring it down just far enough that our Romstar and the whole time will come out. So I'll get set up and we'll get this cut off. I'm going to cut a brand new Marquee, just like we cut that basil. Now you can see the difference in the blues on the basil and the overlay. But I couldn't find a new basil. That was a used one, and I paid too damn much money for it. I'm not even gonna tell you how much I paid for it, $95. But it came in, we had to have it in order for this game to look right. So let's get this cut down. I'll get you set up in the tripod and we'll get this cut down. Now let's see what we got. Like I said, I only cut off about 3/8 of an inch. Put him down in there. And now let's put our bracket up on there. And I think that's gonna do it. Yeah. Much better. Okay, now let me get this crap out of the way here so we can work right in front of it. Alright, now we can work on it. Like I said, there's a gap on either side here, and my solution is this is kind of a rubber trim that we can hopefully, yeah, slide down in on either side. Oh, I'm gonna need both hands. Okay, you get the idea. And then we'll put our cap on top, our molding, and we'll see how it looks. And there's our marquee done. Like I said, we had to do a little bit of filling, so I had that some rubber molding that I just kind of put on the end of our marquee to cover up that bare wood up in there. Now we got our basil done, marquee done, and overlay done. I'll get some different screws to put in this panel here, but now we're coming together quite a bit here. We're getting her done. I think it's going to look pretty good once it's all done. Next is working on the cabinet. We got all of our kind of our foo-foo, I guess, done. Got our LCD in, running good, our board's running good. Got our marquee in and cut down. Our basil, excuse me. Got our basil in, cut down to where it fits. Got our control panel overlay on. Just a few things I got to do here. We just got to put in the joysticks and the buttons after we work on those. This back piece here, that glass, I still say we're going to put LED lights inside there. I'm going to put them up underneath here a little bit so they shine down and they're not shining in your face. Got our marquee done. Light works. Everything's done up there. So it's coming together. The rest of it's just going to be some cosmetic stuff on the cabinet, like down on the bottom there. Kind of a bad spot down there. Some T-molding. We'll put some T-molding on it. Change the door. We'll make a door for it, a bottom panel. And we'll be ready to play and be done with this one. I think a couple more episodes and we'll be completely finished with it. I still haven't changed my fan around. Like I said, I want to put my fan down below where it blows up over it. Because in theory heat rises, cool air sinks. So if we turn our fan around down on the bottom and blow up, it'll blow the heat out through the top, through the vents, and pull cool air in through the bottom. So it makes it easier for the heat to rise up through there. It'll keep our board a little cooler, and maybe our board set will last a little longer. That's what I've got going on. Like I said, we're getting closer. So I hope you enjoyed this video as much as I enjoyed making it, because I enjoy doing this type of stuff. We got our overlay and it looks really nice. I think that turned out really good. The marquee, the basil turned out good. And brand new marquee in, and that looks good. It's not going to be original, but it will be a Time Soldiers with the correct overlay, basil, and marquee in it. I'm not going to put side art on it because I'm not going to spend the money for the side art. They have the splatter finish on here, so it would really look stupid. I'd have to strip it down completely just to put side art on it. Plus it costs too much, and we're getting quite a bit into this as it is. But doesn't matter. It's a Time Soldiers. It's a Romstar. You can see now our T is good, and our Romstar, you can read everything. So like I said, I hope you enjoyed this video as much as I enjoyed making it for you. So until next time, see ya.